Last time around, the jury deliberating Bill Cosby's fate came in from Pittsburgh. This time, the 12 jurors are from the Philadelphia area.
We will want them to erase everything that they heard outside this courtroom when they come in for Monday.
Cosby has a new lawyer. Tom Mesereau famously defended Michael Jackson against child molestation charges.
They've been much more aggressive pre-trial. They have fought hard to try to get an additional witness in who would potentially raise the question of whether Ms. Constand was pursuing this for financial gain.
On Friday, the defense objected to one of the chosen jurors, saying he'd already decided Cosby is guilty. The biggest change since the last trial, of course, the Me Too movement. Women stepping forward with accusations of sexual assault and harassment in Hollywood and beyond. In the retrial, the judge is allowing 5 other Cosby accusers to testify in addition to Andrea Constand.
If they are believable, it will enhance her credibility significantly because there were things jurors obviously had a problem with in the first trial about her recollection of dates, recollection of places, the fact that she continued to have contact with Cosby.
Cosby has denied all the allegations against him, but during the civil suit Constand filed against him in 2005, he admitted to sexual contact with Constand and to obtaining Quaaludes with the intention of giving them to women he wanted to have sex with. That case ended in a settlement. The details of the payout were not heard in the last trial, but the judge indicated he might allow it in this retrial. And legal experts say that could cut both ways. Jurors could see a large payout as evidence Cosby did something wrong or as an indication Constand's motivation was money.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.